Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my problem with Christmas movies, particularly Christmas movies that have like a Santa theme. And we're going to talk about maybe like some plot holes that occur in movies with a Santa theme. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe. My name is Sarah and I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, so you can help me out with that. So a lot of Christmas movies have this theme of like Santa propaganda is what I like to call it. And the movies that come to the forefront of my mind when I'm talking about these particular plot holes would be the Santa Claus and also the Polar Express, okay? So think about those movies really quickly. I mean, everybody knows those movies, but in all of these Christmas movies where there's a Santa belief happening, it's always like the kids believe in Santa because they're innocent and it's magical, and the adults in the movie don't believe in Santa. But that is such a strange theme because it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, how can there be a world where Santa is real in these movies, but adults don't know about it? Okay, like let's think about the Polar Express, for example. You guys remember at the end of the movie when he opens up the bell present and even the parents are like, "Oh, who's that from?"
Oh, what a beautiful bell. Who's it from?
Santa.
Santa? Really? Come on, kids. We don't want to be late.
And there's just no questioning. It's just like they have no idea who it's from, and they're totally fine with it, and nobody questions it, and, you know, there's just a miscellaneous present under the tree. It's like, if Santa is real, then everyone would know about it. Like, where are the presents coming from if Santa is not real? Where do the parents, all of these parents, think that these random presents are coming from with this random wrapping paper, a present that was not there last night under the tree? Okay, you following? Now, for the Polar Express, we can maybe forgive because that's a very small present that could have been slipped under there maybe by a relative. Or, you know, it's like, I guess the theme is kind of like parents during the holiday season. They're buying a million things and they're very harried and tired. And I can imagine that would happen. I mean, if you have multiple kids and you're buying a bunch of stuff, you might like completely forget that you bought them a certain present. And then like Christmas morning comes and you see something and you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I bought that. Merry Christmas, ha." Okay, so that makes sense. Like maybe you could just like forget that you bought a certain thing. But the parents in the Polar Express didn't really forget that they bought the bell because they asked that morning, "Oh, who's that from?" But like I said, that's a small gift, okay? Like that could have been placed by a relative. Anything could have happened. That one, I'll let it slide. But watch this scene from the Santa Claus. A kayak, a freaking kayak, and a paddle. A freaking kayak from Santa. And you're telling me that those people are waking up that morning and they don't believe in Santa. And Santa's not real for the adults in that world. There's a kayak in the house next to the Christmas tree, left there overnight, and nobody knows who it's from. And Santa's not real. We don't believe in Santa unless you're a kid in the movie. You know, they go on this whole tangent of, oh, believing is seeing, and kids know that the North Pole exists, and adults don't know that the North Pole exists because adults don't believe in magic.
Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing. Kids don't have to see this place to know that it's here. They just know.
A kayak. A freaking kayak. Guys, guys. And this is my biggest plot hole with Santa movies. Where do the presents come from if the adults don't believe in Santa and the children do? Now, we can take a symbolic turn with this discussion, and we can pull it more into reality and say, you know what? This could be a symbol of innocence, a symbol that Santa is real for children until he's not. Santa exists in the realest and fullest form for children who believe in him, and Santa does not exist for adults. And you know, you can take a symbolic approach with that, but again, these movies take place in another universe. We actually go to the North Pole in the Santa Claus. We see all of this happening. I guess it's kind of like a Schrodinger's Santa situation where Santa is real until you approach a certain age and then he's not. So Santa is leaving the kayak, but then you approach a certain age and Santa is not leaving the kayak anymore. Then it becomes a person who actually bought it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Swinging back to the Polar Express, I mean, I have my own problems with the Santa myth in the first place. I'm a little bit of a Scrooge when it comes to the whole Santa story, but there's just this running theme in the Polar Express that bothers me. Like this whole believe theme, this whole believe.
Young man with all the questions.
Even if every single thing in you is going against you and telling you, do not believe in this is not true, you're being bamboozled, do not stop believing. And this bothers me because, I don't know, I'm just kind of like, I just take a more natural approach to the Santa thing. And I'm like, you know, if your child is questioning the reality of Santa, and if your child is naturally coming to a conclusion that Santa is not real, you shouldn't push it anymore, you know? That's their natural brain development, maturing and realizing things. But to continue to push and encourage this false belief, you know, there's that scene where he's on top of the train and like the ghost person is like, you want to believe, but you don't want to be bamboozled, right?
I want to believe.
But you don't want to be bamboozled. You don't want to be led down the primrose path. You don't want to be caught or duped. Have the wool pulled over your eyes. Hoodwinked. You don't want to be taken for a ride. Railroaded.
But like, it is a lie though, the Santa thing. I don't know, I just don't like that theme of like believe in it no matter what, go against everything in your body that's telling you not to believe. Again, we can talk about innocence and magic and all of these things. We don't want children to lose that part of themselves, but I don't know. I don't like this, like, you're wrong if you feel like you're being bamboozled. Because actually, you're right if you feel like you're being bamboozled in the Santa thing. And I just don't like the way that it kind of suppresses children's critical thinking. And this is something that my brother and I talk about, is like the line in the Polar Express that's like, the thing about trains, it doesn't matter where they're going.
One thing about trains, it doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on.
That line doesn't make any sense. That's like the dumbest line ever. How is that a good message for children? Oh, just don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just go with the flow, and like, if the train is going to Auschwitz, just get on it, you know? Hi, this is the editing version of me. I just want to say that, like, this video makes me sound like a total hater and a Scrooge, but, like, I just want to say I love Christmas movies. I love Christmas. I enjoy these movies thoroughly. The Santa Claus is literally my favorite Christmas movie. I just, I have some critiques of the plot holes. Okay, bye. Yeah, again, I feel like that's pushing this thing that's like, just believe, just do it, just don't critical think about anything, don't grow and mature naturally, just believe. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Let me know if you guys can think of any other plot holes, if this is something that's crossed your mind as well. Where do the presents come from if Santa Claus is real in these movies? I could go on and on and on about Santa. I could go on and on and on about Christmas movies, but I don't want to be a Scrooge. Happy holiday season, everybody. Merry Christmas. And like and subscribe if you want to see more of my psycho rants. Thanks.